We have Vivian to thank for the challenge this week, so let's take a look at it. It's looking at cocktails and what ingredients they have, and basically we're trying to look at how much it costs to make the cocktail versus how much they're sold for. Okay, so in our first data set, our cocktails data set, we have our cocktail, our price, and the recipe for that cocktail. So what we need to do, first of all, is to split out each of these ingredients into its own line, and each of those measurements into its own column. So we'll start with splitting out just the ingredients themselves. So we'll go into a new step, and on our recipe we will go to the three dots. If I click back here so it's still there, and we will choose split values, and we will do a custom split, and it's actually semicolons that are separating, so that's this one here if you can see that, and that's how we're going to split up our fields. If I now go down to the bottom of my changes pane, I can see those 5 split fields coming out. So we're going to pivot those so we have a row per ingredient. We're using a wildcard pivot here, so we're searching on the dash. So if I just hit X here, then this is where I mean by the wildcard search. Just do the dash, press enter, and it comes through. So now you can see that we have some nulls where ingredients may not have had 4 different ingredients for a cocktail, and we can get rid of those 3 rows in this next step. So we're going to exclude those, as I just mentioned, and then we're going to split out this data set on the colon. So when we go to the split this time, we would go to a custom split and type in a colon, so just 2 dots, and that will get us our measurements and our ingredients. So this is our ingredients and these are our measurements. So we'll just rename those to ingredient and measurement, get rid of that concatenated field, and then we'll change our measurement to a number rather than a string. And now we're ready to bring in our information about how much these ingredients actually cost. So we go to our sourcing dataset and we take a look at it. We've got each of our ingredients, we've got their prices or their cost per bottle. So that's useful because we're going to have to work out our cost per milliliter. And then we've got the currency. So okay, we probably need to bring in our conversion rates as well. And that data set has just got our currency and our conversion rate, converting to pounds, that is. So we're going to make that join on the currency, and then we're going to do our currency conversion. So what we're doing here is we're doing our price divided by the conversion rate, and we know that it's divided by because we're going to pounds. And basically we know that what the conversion rate is basically telling us that £1 is 114 euros. So to get back to pounds, we need to divide it by the conversion rate. Hopefully that makes sense. And I've just chosen to round here to 2 decimal places as well to keep it looking nice and neat. And then we need to calculate the price per bottle. So that means that we're doing our price divided by our milliliters per bottle. Sorry, price per milliliter, sorry, rather than price per bottle. And that gives us quite a long answer there. And then we can bring that into our cocktails data set so that we can work out the cost of each of those ingredients. And we do that by multiplying our price per milliliter by our measurement in milliliters. So we multiply that together, and now we're just working out the cost per cocktail. So we're grouping by our cocktail, we're summing up the cost, and we're just grouping by the price, because remember, it's price per cocktail. We don't want to do any summing at that point, because in our original data set we had a line per price, but we kind of replicated that price a lot of times when we did the pivot, so that's why we're doing a group by here. And now we can use that information to calculate our profit, doing our price minus our cost, and we can see that our most highly profitable cocktail is in fact, oh, the suspense is not loading for me. Okay, well, I can tell you from looking down here that the profit of 782 is the orange blossom. So that's the cocktail we want to be selling the most of in order to make the most profit. So thanks again to Vivian for the challenge, and thank you very much for watching.